It is currently Saturday night. It's 6:22 at night, and we're heading to the drag strip. I have a friend of mine, Morgan. Her 240 is going to be running tonight. I believe they're chasing a 9-second pass. My buddy Danny, that you guys have already seen, he's racing the turbo white S10. We're trying to go for another 8-second pass tonight, and I'm bored, so I kind of want to see what my daily driver runs. So I daily drive, it's a 2017 Chevy Colorado, 4-wheel drive V6 with the 8-speed automatic. Never been down the track. It's kind of quick, but I don't know what it runs. Car and Driver claims it goes like a 14.8. So I think with the bigger wheels and the top and the lift, it might go like a 15.1, 15.2. But I'm curious what it runs, so I figured tonight would be a cool night to test it out. I'm taking a break from the car tonight. I have a big update for you guys that you'll see later in this video. Good news. So I'm gonna go to the track and I'll check in with you guys then. Well, I just ran my first ever pass in the Colorado. I got a GoPro here just so I can see it, how slow it was. I'm about to get the time slip, so I kind of want a genuine reaction on how slow it was. If I saw correctly on the board, it was like a 2.460 foot. So I'm going to assume it went like 15.5 or 15.6. It was not fast, and it did not feel fast. And that was bad. I almost just broke my GoPro off. Alright, so now I can roll down the window. Alright, let's see how slow this was. Thank you. You're welcome. 15.6 at 89. I was pretty close. I was 1/10 off. So, yeah, the Colorado's not cut out for drag racing like the MIATA is. So, I think we're going to stick to racing the MIATA. But that was fun, though, just to see what it would do. Because what Car and Driver says is they should run like a 14.8 at 95 or 94, but it's got a camper top on it, it's got 20s, so it's lifted. I mean, it's not exactly ideal for racing, but it was fun to try either way. So. So I'm home from the track, hanging out in the garage just for a few minutes before I go inside. Just wanted to share my excitement. I am ready to pull the motor out. So the phases I build my car through is I put the motor in, wire the car, do all the plumbing, and then everything has to come out. So the chassis gets painted, everything gets powder coated, ceramic coated, and it's ready for final assembly. So the best part now is it's ready for the engine to come back out. I finished everything that I need in the engine bay to do so. So you can see here, The whole wiring harness is done. It goes into 2 Dooch connectors from the firewall. The whole harness is removable. I'll show you here. You see the dash 16 hose here. It goes up into a Y block, and then that line goes under the car all the way to the back of the car, up to the radiator assembly. So I have both sides of the cooling system done. The other radiator hose comes up through the frame rail, up into my little distribution block we made underneath here. So the cooling system is complete. Turbo feed is done. The only thing I have to do is still make the turbo drain right here. It's gonna drain to the front cover, but to pull the cover off, I have to remove the intercooler, I gotta remove the balancer, and the front cover's gotta come off. So it's not something that's gonna get done right this second. However, that's something that's easily able to get done when the car's going together. I'm fine with making a couple little hoses, but the majority of the stuff is now. As you see here, I put the breather lines in for the catch can, they're both dash 12. The fuel lines I already have made, they're gonna go in, and everything else is ready to go. I put these Dooch connectors in. These are gonna be for the turn signals and the bumper. So everything is wired. And then also for the trans, I got these lines situated. I'm gonna put straight fittings on the end of these, and they'll be joined together. If I ever need to pull the trans, I'll basically remove 2 fittings right here, and the trans cooler, which is here, the lines are ran to right here on the subframe. So the union fittings are going to be there. So if I ever need to pull the trans, I just disconnect that. It'll make it easier than to have disconnect the lines off the end of the cooler, or disconnect the lines off of the trans itself. It's going to make it easier doing that way. I learned that from Brian's Camaro that I work on. Makes it a lot easier. So yeah, this week I'll be pulling the motor out. Next weekend I won't be able to work on the car. We have a X275 points race in Bradenton Motorsports Park in Bradenton, Florida. So the weekend after that, I'm gonna start diving into the engine bay, welding up all the holes I'm not using, and then get the car ready for paint. I did have everything squared away. Randy is going to be painting it. We are painting the engine bay, the exterior of the car, and the door jambs, which funny enough is the first time the door jambs have ever been painted besides factory. I've always just spray canned them black. It's not necessarily something I care about. It doesn't look all that bad. It's just it's one of those things, it gets tore up over time, but it's a lot easier just to respray a little can versus, the body color. So I started sanding it down when I got bored the other day. Partially sanded that, partially sanded the door. I got a new Durablock, so I was playing with it. So now that the engine's coming out, I also need to take care of the interior harness, but everything else is planned out. So I can get this done anytime I want. So the electrical connectors I bought, they were from Maven Performance, and they actually came with this cool sheet right here. So it identifies the plug. It's a 47 pin plug, and it actually has an entire data sheet. What pin, what gauge wire, what color, what stripe on the wire, and what's the importance of the wire. What does it do? What's its function? So I can't take it off with one finger. So I made this sheet for both of the cylinder head connectors. Man, I cannot separate this thing. Whatever, it's in there. I did both. It's right here. Damn it, Matt. Anyway, I did both of the connector pages. So, like I said, now it's time. If I can do it during my work week this week, I'm gonna start pulling everything out of the bay to get it situated. If not, it's gonna get done 2 weeks from now. But I just checked my countdown. I'm at 69 days left. So I still have time to do things, but I really want to get it done sooner. That way I can get the car running, tuned, situated way before Import Alliance. That way I can just drive it around while I'm up there versus just being able to idle onto a trailer. So Getting there, guys, getting there. It's gonna be really fun with the cars running. It's gonna be a lot of cool updates, a lot of cool content. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. Hope you guys have an awesome night. Hope you guys are building your race cars. Have a good night.